Some people want success, happiness, or healthy relationships, yet they repeatedly act in ways that block those very things. They procrastinate, avoid opportunities, ruin good relationships, or quit when things start going well. This pattern is known as self-sabotage. Psychologically, self-sabotage is not about laziness or lack of intelligence. It is usually the result of deeper emotional conflicts inside the mind. One major reason people self-sabotage is fear of failure. At first, this may sound strange. If someone fears failure, why would they create it themselves? But the brain sometimes prefers a predictable failure over an uncertain outcome. When someone sabotages their own effort, they can blame the result on the sabotage rather than their ability. This protects their self-image. Closely related to this is fear of success. Success can bring new expectations, responsibilities, and attention. For some individuals, these changes feel overwhelming. Deep down, they may worry they will not be able to maintain success or meet higher expectations. By sabotaging progress, they avoid that pressure entirely. Another common cause is low self-worth. People tend to act in ways that match their internal beliefs about themselves. If someone secretly believes they do not deserve happiness or success, their behavior may unconsciously move them back toward familiar outcomes. Even when good opportunities appear, their mind may resist them because those opportunities conflict with their self-image. Childhood experiences often shape this pattern. If someone grew up in an environment where mistakes were punished harshly, they may develop anxiety around achievement. Success might have been associated with pressure or criticism rather than pride. As adults, they may unconsciously avoid situations where they could be judged again. Self-sabotage is also strongly connected to comfort zones. The human brain values familiarity more than improvement. Even negative situations can feel comfortable if they are predictable. When life begins to change for the better, the brain may interpret that change as risk. Sabotaging progress becomes a way of returning to the familiar. Another psychological factor is emotional regulation. Sometimes people sabotage themselves during periods of stress, frustration, or insecurity. Instead of processing those emotions directly, they release them through destructive behaviors like procrastination, impulsive decisions, or abandoning goals. Perfectionism can also lead to self-sabotage. When someone believes they must perform perfectly, the pressure becomes extremely high. Rather than risk producing something imperfect, they may delay starting or give up entirely. This protects them from the discomfort of not meeting unrealistic standards. Self-sabotage also appears in relationships. Some people push others away just when emotional closeness begins to grow. If someone fears abandonment or betrayal, they may create distance before the other person has the chance to hurt them. In this case, sabotage becomes a form of emotional self-protection. The frustrating part is that many people who self-sabotage are aware of what they are doing. They may recognize the pattern, but still struggle to change it. This happens because the behavior is not driven by logic alone. It is driven by deeply learned emotional responses. Breaking the cycle of self-sabotage requires awareness and self-compassion. When someone begins to understand the fears or beliefs behind their behavior, they can slowly challenge those patterns. Instead of asking, "Why do I keep ruining things?" a more helpful question becomes, "What part of me is trying to protect itself?" In the end, self-sabotage is rarely about wanting to fail. It is usually about avoiding deeper fears. Fear of rejection, pressure, change, or disappointment. And once those fears are understood, the behaviors that once seemed destructive can begin to change.